Hello, and welcome to another day of Living with Spina Bifida. Today is Meals Monday, and this Meals Monday is a little bit different because we're not going to be talking about a meal exactly. We're going to be talking about coffee. I got something that has been so amazing in my life. I've never had one before. I've always wanted one. And then Brent, my husband, got me one for Christmas. I got a Keurig. I know a lot of you are probably sighing and scoffing and getting ready to put in those comments how terrible of a person I am because I own a Keurig now. But I am happy. I'm excited for it. I may be pretentious, I may be a hipster, I may be whatever you want me to be, but I'm happy with it. So that's all that matters, is I'm happy with my life and my Keurig. I'm not really a person that is known for having brand new things. So having a brand new piece of adult type appliance is pretty exciting to me. I've always only had used coffee makers, and I have a brand new spanking coffee maker, and that is pretty exciting for me. And now that I know how much more simpler it makes my life, not helping me be lazier, but just making things a little bit easier in my extremely hectic and crazy days, that makes me even more excited too. The main reason I am making this video on a coffee maker is because a lot of people have negative opinions and thoughts about Keurigs. It's too expensive. They would rather be spending their money on other things. It makes you lazier. It's wasteful. Well, that may be true, but everyone's opinion on what is worth spending a lot of money on is different. So if you don't want to buy a Keurig, if you don't want to waste your money on a Keurig, go buy something else. And me personally, I am happy with the purchase that was made. And sure, it may be wasteful using 1 cup for every time that you make coffee, but how many other things in your life besides using a Keurig are wasteful? So you're not some saint just because you don't own a Keurig. You're not saving the planet even further because you don't own a Keurig. I'm sure you are ruining the planet in a different way than someone with a Keurig. And lastly, it's for lazy people. Sure, it is a little bit, tiny bit easier to use and faster to use than putting a coffee filter in the coffee maker, putting coffee grounds in the coffee maker, filling up the coffee pot, and then pushing start. Maybe. But if you are willing to make a purchase of some sort of Keurig, I think it would be really useful and helpful for people with disabilities because it is a little bit more simpler to use. It's basically 2 or 3 steps depending on your preferences, and you can put it anywhere that has an outlet. You can put it lower than a counter. You can put it wherever you might need it, and not a lot to it. For people that have dexterity issues, for people that have any sort of functionality issue, simplicity is better. And I am the first to say that I need a little bit more simplicity in my life, personally, for the stress and the mentality of it. I don't need it easier for physical reasons, But like I said, anything that makes my day a little bit faster, a little bit easier, and sometimes I'm in a brain fog and it doesn't involve a lot of thought process, and I can actually make my coffee correctly. When before, and I had a regular coffee maker, a lot of times I didn't do it right, and I was being wasteful then because I had to start all the way over because I messed up making coffee because I was in a brain fog. So once you get past the idea of how much it costs, I think a lot of people with mobility issues could really benefit from using Keurigs. They do make smaller ones, so if you want to put it like on a nightstand or somewhere lower than a kitchen counter, that might be a little bit easier than a big bulky regular Keurig. But now I will show you how it works. Alright, so here on the side is where you fill it up with water, and there's a fill line, so whatever your preference is, you can fill up your coffee cup with water and take the lid off, dump the water in there every time you want to make coffee, or the Keurig itself up here will tell you when it's empty and you need to fill it and add more water. So then we get a K-cup. Looks like this. Very good brand, very yummy. I am not sponsored in any way by anything. So you get your K-cup, and you stick it in there, and it has a little needle on top and on the bottom, and you close it up, and it punctures the K-cup. You're ready to choose the size and amount of coffee that you get. And I took this one. Then it does its thing. There goes the water. And it heats it up as it goes. You can hear it boiling. Now I have my expensive, wasteful, lazy cup of coffee. But, like I said, this video is not for regular people. This video is for mobility issued people, disabled people, people with severe fatigue, chronic issues, people who are sick. That reminds me, you can make more than just coffee in these machines. We have hot chocolate for the boy, and there's teas out there, and there are little soups that you can make. I have not tried them yet, but they come in little cups like that, and you can make soup out of your Keurig. So there's many different things that you can do with this Keurig. And like I said, not a sponsor, just something that I have in my home that I find very useful, and if at all possible, maybe one of you out there could get your own if you don't have one already, and make your hectic, difficult days that much easier.